This is the presentation on education abroad by Lauren, Amanda, Lisa, and Andrew. To start off, we're going to discuss the roots and history of education abroad. Though programs were established before this, it was not until the 1950s that the State Department created specific learning competencies for students learning abroad. This was actually when the phrase education abroad was coined. As such, Indiana University, University of Delaware, and Princeton all had programs that allowed students to travel and learn abroad. Colleges wanted education abroad programs for three main reasons: social, political, and economic factors, which allowed each college to expand their reaches to other countries and other institutions. This allows each of them to learn more and provide more opportunity for their students. The frontier was a critical part of the history of education abroad. There was little research on the impacts of these programs previously, but once this academic journal was established, it allowed the U.S. and other countries to publish articles about education abroad and the impacts of this type of learning. There has been an increase in students looking to take advantage and enroll in this kind of programming abroad. With this increase comes the need to remain updated on standards of practice among practitioners and university personnel. The Forum for Education Abroad, which will be discussed in greater detail in a few slides, develops the standards for U.S. programs that we see today. Also increasing is the desire for community colleges to create more programs as well as their university counterparts. However, the challenge that most community colleges face is developing programs that allow their economically and socially diverse populations to participate. Providing shorter education abroad programs, and therefore lower cost and lower time commitment, has assisted in filling these needs. An increase in participation within study abroad programs mean that there are greater access to research that can be done to analyze its impacts. Recent studies have found the positive factors relating to learning for students who have studied abroad. Those positive factors include global competencies and cross-cultural sensitivities. Study abroad programs have received criticism due to lack of pre-departure trainings, the critical need for intimate faculty facilitation with these programs, and the lack of assessment methodology for these competencies learned. In the future, education abroad will face many issues, with the more pressing listed here. Firstly, practitioners will need to encourage students to behave responsibly. After all, even if you are in a city where you feel comfortable, you still need to remember that you are in a foreign country. Health and safety risks are also a factor, as other countries might not have the same medical standards as the U.S. Further, providing students with adequate pre-departure information is an ever-changing process depending on the country or the area you are going to. Bad publicity can also affect the future of study abroad programs, as hearing bad things about traveling abroad could discourage others from going. And finally, managing all of the risks involved with education abroad is the largest future issue, as described by both Derek Smallwood, CSU's coordinator for the Middle East and Africa in the United Kingdom and Ireland, and Laura Thorns, director of CSU's Education Abroad office. These individuals served as our interviewees for this presentation, and both expressed the importance that risk management play in the future of education abroad, as the need to be prepared for any event that might happen. As with all offices and departments within student affairs, there are several professional associations that tie directly into education abroad programs, some national and others international. Each has a mission of connecting both professionals, but also countries and education systems for the betterment of the programs and also the world. For example, UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Association, was created as a means of soft-core diplomacy by promoting collaboration among nations. UNESCO offers study abroad opportunities for students, as well as partnership opportunities for universities and colleges worldwide. They share a thought pattern with most organizations in this category in believing that exposure, diversity, and connections to others worldwide can then breed understanding and empathy to other countries and cultures. NASFA, Association for International Educators, is the world's largest nonprofit association dedicated to international and educational exchange, as well as the advancements of policies and practices meant to make the world a more connected place. By hosting conferences, diversity trainings, summit meetings for administrators in higher education, and of course, working through policies for education abroad, NASPA is an organization dedicated to continuing education, connecting higher education student abroad and international education professionals. With more than 700 staff members and over 16,000 partner institutions worldwide, organizations like the Institute for International Education, or IIE, build the connections and partnerships mentioned above by managing many of the world's most prestigious scholarships in the realm of global education and education abroad, including that of the visiting Fulbright lecturer, and focusing on building the same sort of diplomacy and partnership through these kinds of cultural exchange programs. For the field itself and for the professionals working within education abroad, the Forum for Education Abroad is an organization dedicated to establishing best practices in the field of education abroad, as well as working towards a more established and elevated curricula that measures with measurements of success for education abroad programs. Each of these programs and organizations work in tandem, and each proclaims, as part of their core mission and vision, that they each aim to make the world a more peaceful and connected place for all students. There are many different ways to determine which colleges and universities have the best education abroad programs. For this assignment, we decided to use the best college reviews and its methodology, which use the following criteria. 1. The program is open to a limited number of students, 500 or less, providing a more intimate experience while abroad. 2. It is at least a semester long. 3. Faculty from the university are involved with the students internationally, either traveling with them, teaching abroad, or overseeing the program in the country. And 4. The university has a specific location internationally. Students are not simply enrolling at international universities. According to the best college reviews, these are the top 10 colleges and universities within study abroad. 1. University of Evansville. 2. Gopher College. 3. Emerson College. 3. Goshen College. 4. Goshen College. 5. Francian University. 6. Millsaps College. 7. Wake Forest University. 8. Assumption College. 9. Butler University, and 10. Carleton College. The University of Evansville has its own campus located at Harlexon College, which is just an hour north of London. The program has a long history, has been around for over 40 years, and offers a wide range of courses for all students to take. Courses are offered in the humanities, social sciences, engineering, nursing, and more. Students in any major are able to study abroad in this location and still graduate within 4 years. The main focus of this location is the 6-hour British Studies course, which is taught by British faculty. The course covers literature, art, history, economics, and political science in the forms of seminars, lectures, and travel. And for students who do not want to spend an entire semester away, University of Evansville offers a semester term 5-week program. No matter when a student studies here, they are able to take advantage of the location and travel over the weekends in other parts of the country as well as mainland Europe. Additionally, the university works with many third-party study abroad programs so that more students can have the chance to experience a new culture. The next school on the list is Gopher College, which offers 14 lucky students to study abroad in the Italian Alps of Italy for a spring semester. Here, the students live in a 13th century castle and study a wide range of collegiate courses. While the course is only offered in the spring of each school year, it is only open to certain students in certain majors. Students do have the weekends where they get to travel and are very close to Vienna, Munich, Verona, and Venice. And for students who do not study the required majors or do not get into the program, there are many other study abroad options through third-party study abroad companies and that the college works with as well. The last institution that we will discuss today is Emerson College and its study abroad program. The institution's main study abroad location is in the Netherlands, where no more than 85 Emerson students can study during any term and live in a castle from the 14th century. The town of Well is located 2 hours from Brussels and Amsterdam, within 5 hours from Paris. Though the course list changes every term, beginning French is always offered, and every student must take the Introduction to History of the Netherlands in the city of Amsterdam. Additionally, the location has recently developed a partnership with other international universities, which allows Emerson students to take beginning Italian or beginning or intermediate Spanish. And for students who still want to study abroad but do not want to go to the Netherlands, Emerson College also works with a wide variety of third-party study abroad programs. While we listed the best study abroad programs based on Best College Review and its criteria, we did want to mention the top 10 most popular study abroad universities according to the Princeton Review and the 137,000 it surveyed from 382 institutions. Here are the top 10. For this presentation's research, we interviewed Laura Thorns, the Director of Education Abroad at Colorado State University, and Derek Smallwood, the Coordinator of Education Abroad in the Middle East, Africa, United Kingdom, and Ireland. Both believe that Education Abroad program is something that all students should take advantage of, but both also stress the importance of risk management that would come into play in Education Abroad programs in the future. These two scout out new locations and partnerships for future trips with CSU, including organizing the I-SAHI trip each year, which allows SAHI students to see how student affairs offices function in other countries. To see a full transcript of their interview, please view the PDF attached to this post. Thanks for watching.